it's difficult because you're trying to hold on to the idea of what could be, but when she is clearly not in the same trajectory as you, or looking for the same things as you, or just happy with what you can provide, you have to understand it and not let your ego get wrapped up into that and trying to make it work over and over and over. Like the moment she starts disrespecting you, not appreciating what you're doing for her, even if it's because she's used to something else, the moment that starts happening and you start seeing those problems, you just have to accept it, take the loss, and just like end it. And I had to learn it the wrong way. I had to learn it the hard way to realize, hey, this it's just not good for you. And it's not gonna go anywhere. Just have the balls to just like accept it and say, okay, this is not going anywhere, and let's move on. I think it's difficult, but it has to be done. And you know, I can't really know for sure all the details, but you know. And if you're asking specific questions and you're trying to figure out why she's not doing this, or why she's saying this, or why do I feel like this, if you know, you know. And it doesn't matter how much advice we give you, if you talk to 5 therapists, like when it's done, it's done. And like you said, when it's dead, it's dead. Just move on.
Yeah, for sure.
Just move on, because the pain that you're going to experience when you keep trying to make it work is worse than the pain that you're going to experience when you accept it and just move on. You just need to have a couple heartbreaks to learn that one, and hopefully then that lesson will stay with you. And dude, the funny thing is that it doesn't matter how much you tell someone. Sometimes they just have to go through it themselves. And I remember I had a situation like that, and my brother, like I kept calling him and telling him this and that, and he's like, dude, just move on.
It's easier said than done. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but once you learn your lesson, I think it takes once. Hopefully you learn it early. If you can learn it in your 20s, you're better.
How old are you now?
I'm 35.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I didn't learn that until later, because I got married like at 21, and I was married for about 10 years. Then I got a divorce, and then I started dating. So I didn't start dating until like my 30s.
Yeah.
And it was different. Like it was certainly different. And I think if you're young and you can learn that, it's easier. When you're older, life changed, there are different situations, there's living arrangements, there's a lot more that goes into like a breakup when you're 35 than when you're 25.
Yes.
I think most people that struggle with that are younger, because the pain that they're experiencing of going through a breakup, they have never felt it before. So it feels like the end of the fucking world that's going to happen. But also people go through it in their 30s, and there is different, and it hurts because of all these ideas that you create in your mind about that person and how you're going to have a life together. So like they're equally hard. Here you haven't experienced it that much, so it burns. Here you have had so many relationships, and you thought that, oh, this was the one. You could actually like make it work, because now you're in a mode in life that you're more interested in having stability than you are having adventure. So that one hurts a lot too. And I think depending on the guy, what I have experienced is that because I want to be a good like man, I want to make sure that I'm not the one messing up. I'm not the one being too weird or crazy or closed off, or I'm not flexible enough, or I'm not loving enough. There's a lot that plays into that. I think with men, if their heart is in the right place, and we're talking about relationships that are coming to a breakup, not because someone cheated, or we're talking about just like problems. If you're a good guy, you are analyzing like what you're taking ownership. What could I do different? What happens is sometimes you are using your logical mind to process the situation and try to find a solution. On the other side, she's just using her heart and her emotions, and she's going crazy on you because of a feeling that she has that is wrapped up into her life experience, her childhood, her previous
That's
relationships, trauma. And I don't like to use the word trauma too much because it might feel as a bad thing, but it's legit. Like, based on what you experienced, you have trauma in you. And then, you know, when you're in your late 30s, if you have had a bunch of failed relationships, you're computing all of that. You're doing it with your mind. She's doing it with her heart. And like that clash of heart and mind, dude, that's like an explosion. And it's very difficult. It's very difficult. And that's why you see guys later on, they just close up. And they don't want to let anyone in because it's difficult. Now when you're 35, when you're 40, if you open up to a woman and then something happens and then, oh, fuck, that's like, and the problem, sometimes women don't give us enough credit. They think we don't care. It's like, no, at least for me, if my relationship is not well, I can't function well. I'm going to show up to work and do whatever I have to do, but I'm not doing it the best way possible. And we care. We just carry on because we have to carry on. We can't just be like, oh, I feel bad, I'm gonna like stay in bed and cry. No, like I'm a man. Even if I feel bad, I'm gonna go do what I have to do, but I'm not functioning the way that I should. So women don't understand that. Also, like, we don't understand that they're having like an emotional response to this whole thing that we are seeing very clearly with our logic. They just have a feeling. And they got the feeling, and like no matter what you say, the feeling is still there. So sometimes you have to just let them have that feeling, or figure out how can you change what they're feeling. If I let you be, you're gonna spend 2 days mad at me and having all these feelings. No, I'm not. Let's go here, get dressed, we're gonna go eat, get dressed, we're gonna, like, you have to break them out of the placement and like direct the situation.